Hey everybody, welcome back to SCG Reviews. My name's Will Jones, and today I'm going to be telling you about Redshirts. Redshirts is a tongue-in-cheek, space-themed stab-your-buddy game for 2 to 7 players. Each player plays as a rival space captain in a sort of Star Trek galactic space corps, and what you're trying to do is kill off all of the expendable redshirt guys in your crew to prove that you're the most daring captain. You know the Star Trek thing where all the expendable little guys who don't really have names have red shirts and they always die to prove that the situation's serious? Turns out, this game claims that it's not accidental that all those guys die, it's intentional. You've got 2 decks of cards, one that populates your crew of red shirts all face up on the table in front of you, and one that provides your hand of various action cards that you can play. On each turn, you can play a mission card from your hand or have one played on you by another player that you then need to complete by assigning a red shirt to it, and hopefully, this is kind of fun, they fail the mission because that allows that red shirt to die, which is good, it clears out the board, because the first person to win is the person with no more red shirts left. However, once a red shirt decides they're attempting a mission, other players can give them things that will allow them to succeed and maybe bring more red shirts to your cause because they like you, which actually sets you back in the game. It's this very back and forth adding and canceling and re-canceling actions until everything finally settles and no one can play any more stuff and it either succeeds or fails based on all the crap that's been thrown out at it. This game comes from someone called Weasel Pants Productions, but if you told me that it was a Steve Jackson game from really early in his designing career, I would believe you. Redshirts has a very Munchkin-like feel to it. If you're like most people and you used to play Munchkin a ton but then sort of grew out of it as you became more sophisticated in board gaming, this is going to look sort of darkly familiar. Unfortunately, once you get past the cuteness of it all, which only takes a couple of minutes, there's really not much substance to this game. There are a lot of just really base-level problems. One, way too much drawing and subsequent discarding of cards cycling your deck. It just takes a long time to physically make all those discarding decisions. Secondly, it's very difficult for anyone to win the game. I don't mean it's difficult for me to win the game, I mean anyone around the table. The game just kind of keeps going on and on. Because there's this mechanic where if you have more red shirts in front of you and thus you're losing, you draw more cards to give you a stronger hand. It's sort of like an anti-snowball mechanic. But what that also means is that when you're about to win the game, you have fewer and fewer options in your hand, and other people can directly screw you and give you more red shirts, which just prolongs the length of the game. It's just kind of this roller coaster, up and down for the entire time. You do that once, and it's like, oh, cool game design, you brought it back from the brink, what a comeback. You do it 5 or 6 times, and you're like, all right, I want to go see a movie now, this game is done, I'm done with it. Thirdly, you never have a strategy that extends more than like 30 seconds into the future, because your hand is cycling all the time, and you have no idea what's coming up. You can't really plan for anything, you're just purely reactive to the cards that are drawn from the deck or have just been played against you. And nothing ever really feels thematic. There are a handful of red shirts that have special abilities that are like little tongue-in-cheek pokes at various people on Star Trek or whatnot, but most people are just blank with a couple little abilities and no text or anything. It's not very evocative. You want to be playing this game talking to your opponents like, ah, you crafty captain, you got that red shirt into such a pickle, he's going to die, but look, I've killed the alien that was about to slay him, so now I've saved him, so now he succeeds in his mission, and you're screwed on things, neener neener. But it doesn't work out that way. It ends up more like, oh, look, there's a thing that I can throw out, and okay, your mission's fine, and it's my turn now. All right, let's draw some cards. It's very just lackluster. Haphazard is the word that comes to mind. The entire game is very haphazard, which might seem thematic in a game that's about a captain willfully, gleefully killing off his own space crew, but you want that in the theming, not in the design. The theme to be haphazard, not the mechanics. Honestly, I'm just going to stop there. There are too many little things wrong with this game, and I could just go on and on about it, but the bottom line is, it's not a very good game. I wouldn't even bother with it. So that's me and Redshirts. Thank you as always for watching. Go ahead and click below to like and subscribe to us for more great videos from Stone Circle Games. And until then, have fun around the table.